The Rewind Show, sponsored by 2 Live Music, 1286 Vernon Odom Boulevard, Akron, Ohio.
Hey, Angie.
What up, what up, what up, Ace?
I'm feeling like $1 million today, man.
Well, you absolutely should.
Well, you're looking like $1 million yourself.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Hey, what should these people be doing?
They should be getting their wine glasses ready and get ready for the Rewind Show. Okay.
I don't know if
we
you're
need
ready
a man
for
with
this one.
sensitivity. Is that this?
Oh,
No.
no.
Nope.
You was almost
This
there.
is what's the boy's
You
name?
close.
I got the dance. I can see him and everything.
Yes. Let's see what you know what this is.
Welcome, you guys.
Yes. She think this is Ralph Tresvant, but it is.
That is absolutely
But that's
who I
not.
was thinking.
That's not what it is.
But it's the group.
I don't love her.
Let's go.
I try to tell myself.
All right, this is New Edition.
Thank you. Goodness.
You know the name of the song?
No, I don't.
If It Isn't Love by New Edition.
Okay,
You need
okay.
your butt beat.
One else.
Oh, man.
All right, we're going to let it roll for a minute. Let's go. New Edition, If It Isn't Love. Let's go.
If it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? And if it isn't love, why does it hurt so bad?
Let's go.
Make me feel so sad
Let's go.
inside.
Yo.
If it isn't love.
All right.
See, like I said, I could see that whole little dance and everything. We got to have it tight, y'all.
I told her I'd never fall in love.
Ace tried to
But
take
now
my
I
black
know
card
better.
again.
How does it feel? I can't describe this feeling that came when I saw her last night. Oh, she got to me. I'll let you know the reason.
Let's go.
I saw her with another.
Hey, man, you got to love this, man. New Edition, y'all.
So if it isn't love, why do I feel?
We want to welcome everybody out.
Why does she stay on
If you
my mind?
are joining us
If it isn't love,
via
why does it hurt
YouTube,
so bad? Make me
welcome out.
sad inside.
If you're joining us,
And if it isn't
Apple Podcasts,
Welcome, welcome.
welcome. If you're joining us
on
via Google, via
Google.
Google, yes.
Welcome.
What about Spotify?
I think that's a welcome. Yes,
Spotify.
absolutely.
But if you're joining us on that bupodcasting.com, welcome. All right.
All right.
Hey, man, you gotta love this song, man.
Yes.
All right. Lover? What? All right.
Oh man, welcome to the Rewind Show.
Yes, welcome out. Welcome
Yes,
out.
I
Let's
am Angie, the Empress Higgins. I am going to be your host for the next 30 minutes or so with my guy Ace Epps across from me there.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Yes,
How you
yes,
doing?
yes.
How you doing?
The Rewind Show is where we blend old school hip hop and R&B music and educate you, our listeners, on everything wine while we learn about wine. We are discussing popular shows, and this season we are talking about
Ghost. Book 2.
Book 2, Season 2.
All right. Right. So, listen, wanna let you know we're coming from the Self Advancement Center, BU Podcasting Studio, located in the Summit Art Space, the beautiful Summit Art Space building, located in downtown Akron, Ohio. You know, the same Akron, Ohio that LeBron James is from.
Right.
The same Akron that Howard Hewitt is from. The same Akron that Rita Dove is from. The same Akron that you get your tires from.
Right.
The Rubber City. And listen, for all things Ace and Angie wine and music. You can check us out directly at our own website, www.therewindshow.com.
Yes. The Rewind Show is where we know our podcast starts about 5 minutes into our show. We do not play music and let it roll. We speak over the record and unwind. Most of our listeners like to hang out with us and chill, but if that is not you, fast forward 5 minutes where the actual podcast is at our wine and chat, where we rewind to unwind.
Rewind to unwind. So I want to say this before we get started. I know you wasn't even changing the video, was you?
I didn't. I mean, because I had something else that I was going to say, but you kind of cut me off, you know.
It's all good. No, it's all good. So where we at?
But you're there. Go ahead.
All right.
You're going to tell us what we're drinking. What we're drinking.
What we're drinking. What we drinking today. What we drinking
today, Ice.
We're drinking Chardonnay from guess who?
Who?
101 North.
All right.
You can check these people out online. 101 North, right?
Mm-hmm.
Inexpensive wines. And you remember we did a show back in the day where inexpensive wine is just as good as far as taste and your taste palate is concerned. As expensive ones. Right. And then the taste test, most people picked the less expensive.
Right.
Not that we don't be balling in here.
No, but sometimes we're gonna bring a few expensive wines up in the piece. You know, we've actually had many.
Yeah, shout out to 2 Live Music for giving us a bottle.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, it says the spirit of adventure comes alive with this 101 North wine collection. Explore our Chardonnay, California grown with expensive notes of green apple, sweet peach, and honeysuckle. A hint of toasted oats add to a beautiful balanced, smooth mouthfeel that lingers on the finish. Angie, let's go through the 3 steps.
All right, so there are 3 steps that you would like to follow when you're tasting a wine.
Let's go.
First of all, I'm going to need you to hold the neck of the glass so you do not warm your wines.
Right.
So, the 3 steps. 1, look. 2, smell. 3, taste. You're going to look through the glass.
We're looking through the glass.
And you are examining the color and occupancy.
So, I'm noticing I got almost half a glass today.
Yeah, I gave him a little bit, you know.
You got about a half a glass more today.
I got a little bit, half a glass. Yeah.
Now, usually it's about a quarter.
And that's where it should be.
Yeah,
it's about a quarter.
She's balling out today.
Just a little bit.
So the color, I'm looking at the color. The color is like white gold.
It is kind of white gold, but it's a little more yellow.
You going yellow?
I'm going yellow.
This is like a diluted urine specimen.
That is absolutely what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out a good way to say
but
it.
But it's what it looks like. Like, yo, when I was working in the correctional facility, somebody come in with a UDS like this. Mm-hmm. You're like, listen, take it back, bro. Take it back. All right, so what's the next step? Number 2.
We are going to smell. You're going to swirl your glass for 10 seconds and take a whiff with your nose into the glass and take a deep inhale.
I smell grapes.
Oh, I absolutely smell grapes.
Smell grapes, right.
So when you're taking your whiff, you are noting your first impressions of the wine.
Right.
So, 3rd step, we are going to take a small sip, let it move around our mouth, and note the sugar acidity,
right.
tanning, the alcohol content, and maybe some wood up in there, maybe some spice, maybe some fruit. Let's see what we got.
We like the only people on the internet that straight up just slurp it in.
Just slurp it in.
And that's just a reminder to you guys that we don't take this serious. We just love wine. We want to share it with you. What we learned today, yesterday, we telling you today.
Yep.
Now, my first impression of this. So, all right. So it says okay. Let me go back to my slide. Hold on. It says apple, sweet peach, and honeysuckle. I don't taste the apple.
Mm-mm. I don't taste sweet peach.
Yeah.
I wonder if we should have chilled this a little bit more than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think we let it sit on the table a little bit too long.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna continue this. But if I had to give it a grade, what would you give this?
I'm going 6.
6 from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I give it a 6 plus.
Okay.
Yeah, it's average.
It's average.
This is. I'm not mad at
Nothing
this.
spectacular.
I'm not mad at this. If this is like a house wine downtown,
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
but it's gonna make a good wine as we go into our what?
Wine chat.
Into our wine chat.
We know this is the part where most of you have come to see our wine chat, where we discuss popular TV shows or music over a glass of wine. We are watching Ghost Book 2 Season 2. Ace,
We
my
on-
man.
We're on episode 2 right now,
Episode 2.
and I got my wine. We ready to talk?
Yes, yes.
All right. So listen. So we're talking about Ghost Book 2 Episode 2. I took notes today.
Yeah, he got a whole little notebook over
I'm
there.
ready to get it. I'm ready to get it in.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay.
All right, so the name of this episode was called Selfless Acts.
Selfless acts.
So let's recap it. Recap it from your perspective. What was the show?
Okay,
Tell me what the
so-
show. Like if I didn't seen it, tell me what the show.
Okay, first of all, we're going to just stick with the selfless acts real quick. So Tariq, one of the main characters, is in college right now.
Stansfield University. College.
Stansfield University, and he is taking a class where they deep dive into everything when it comes to your consciousness, whether you have free will or
Conjugal
what
studies.
have you. What
Conjugal
is it?
studies.
Say it again.
Conjugal studies.
Okay, conjugal.
Yeah.
See,
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I took notes,
See,
yeah.
he took notes. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ace. So, a professor has died. He's come up dead. They're trying to figure out
That would
who,
be Professor Reynolds.
Reynolds. Yes.
Yeah, Jabari Reynolds.
Jabari Reynolds. They're trying to figure out who killed him.
Right.
We
right.
know who killed him, right?
And when you say they, we're talking about.
We're talking about the detectives and
Kevin.
things. Or the people who
His
didn't
name
know.
Kevin. His name Kevin. The detective name is Kevin.
Look at Ace.
It's Samuel. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
So,
He's a
Speaking of-
hard-nosed cop.
speaking of this class, the professor of that class, Katrina, is that her name?
No, her name is
It's something with a K.
Connie. No, Carrie.
Carrie. Okay.
Malgrim.
Carrie.
Professor
she
Carrie
was
Malgrim.
dating
Kevin.
Kevin,
The detective.
and also Reynolds.
And Reynolds.
And a
Method Man.
student.
And Method Man, whose character is named Davis.
Wait, she dated.
you
Method
didn't catch
Man?
that in the same? We'll talk about it. And then the
Yo.
student, Freaky Zeke.
Yeah. So homegirl have some.
I told you she got some sexual what's that called? Like an addiction. And you remember in the scene where the Kevin, the detective, went and shook down her therapist. Mm-hmm. And what was he in therapy for?
Oh, alcohol.
They didn't say it.
Oh, I thought it was alcohol.
Nope.
They didn't say it. I didn't catch
I'm
that.
going with
okay,
I'm going
so
with that. I'll
pause.
say my prediction. Go ahead,
We're
keep going.
gonna pause there, and so she's intertwined with all these people. There's a few different stories going on. There's a story going on with Mary J. Blige's family, where they are making a plan.
D, which is Diana,
Uh-huh.
Drew, and Kane.
Right, they're making a plan to get out of. Actually, she's making a plan to get out of the game.
Right.
While the kids are still trying to figure out what it is they really want to do, regardless of what she's talking
Sounded
about.
like they still want to be in the game.
It sounds like they do.
Yeah.
Which the plan is the cousin, who is this big basketball cat, who
Freaky
is
Zeke.
Freaky Zeke, the one dating Carrie.
Yeah.
And,
Professor Carrie.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't realize that that's what her plan was, and that they were going to follow him. They didn't tell it until the end of the show.
Right.
So that's a whole nother thing. But moving on, within all of this, Tariq has this thing going where, okay, number one, he has his little sister to look at, right?
Yes.
There's a whole story with her and grandma getting
she
drunk.
got a little
She got a DUI.
Right. And then
So sister's taken.
now, yes, let's take a butt. In her own defense, last show we thought she was going senile.
Yeah, we did.
But she made a good example by saying, listen, this was not my fault. I thought I wasn't even supposed to have her.
Right.
I'm 62. I wanted to have a frosty beverage. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right, and I can do that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, now your girl is in the justice. She's in the
Right.
system.
Right. So that's one of the things
In a
Tariq
foster
has
home
going
right
on.
there. Yeah, he got that going on.
The other thing he has going on is he has all of this product that he needs to move. So he leaves it up to his homeboy, Braden. And what is the whole family thing?
Yeah, so their family got these. They're big
They're very
dogs.
prestigious.
Yeah, and they built half the college, Stansfield College.
Right.
And so Braden has taken the stash and put it up in a garage.
His garage.
Ding.
Ding dong.
Yeah, man.
Anywho, with this stash, somebody replaced it with sugar.
We finds out who did
We
it.
finds out who did it. And it's funny because the old girl who's working on their team, you know, Tariq and Braden's team.
Yeah, you're talking about what's her name?
She's alternative.
Oh, Effie.
Effie. She's
Yes,
like,
Effie.
who out of all of that's in your circle would be the one to gain the most off of this?
Did you catch?
That was the dopest thing. As
Did
soon
you
as she
catch it?
said that, I knew exactly who it was.
I didn't catch that.
Soon as she said it, it clicked. I was like her brother.
Because the whole thing was based on, are you smart? Because remember, Diana is trying to go into school.
Right,
And,
she wants to go into
and
school.
Monet, Mary J. Blige's character, Monet, don't want her to do that. You can't juggle this.
Right, you can't do that.
But so Effie is doing it, and she's trying to get the one-on-one from
Effie,
Effie.
so
And
she'll
Effie
be able
said,
to do it.
Yeah, but Effie is telling her, are you smart? And then that's where that whole piece come in with, who got the...
Right.
Yeah.
So from that, we find out why his name leave me. Kane.
Kane, yes.
Kane is the one who has taken it.
Yeah.
He's trying to get in good with this other guy. I can't remember the guy's
Mecca.
name. His name is Mecca.
That's a dope name.
It is a dope name.
Yeah.
And he actually was Monet's past lover
Apparently.
in high school or some joint.
But did you see that they revealed that at the end, right?
Yeah.
But they were in front of the famous Junior's Cheesecake restaurant joint in Brooklyn. I was
didn't
right
see that.
there. I stood right there in front of that.
Dope.
That's the place where in the real world where not real world, Making the Band, where Puffy made them, P Diddy made them go walk
Okay.
get the cheesesteak.
yeah.
I mean, not the cheesesteak, the cheesecake.
Okay.
That was the place, Junior's.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Dope.
It was, if you notice, if you look back at it again, it's unnecessary how they zoom back and show that whole thing.
Yeah.
And they even asked, do you still like that raspberry joint?
I remember that. Right.
Why do they both look alike?
Him and
Lorenzo.
the dude's father.
Yeah, Lorenzo and Mecca.
I was trying to figure that out too. I was like, okay, are they related,
She got a
or
type.
is this just her type?
She got a type.
And that's what I was like. Okay, what is going on
No,
here?
to give it up to Lorenzo though. Lorenzo is like in prison. He got it's their anniversary, and I don't know if it just went down or whatever with the scene with Mary J. Blige. It's like I want
It
more.
looked like
she got
it did.
He got the crown, and there's cigarettes and stuff, and
Yeah.
then he was like, she's like, I want more. I got on the same raggedy joint. He says, I like that one there. This is his voice. I like that. That's my favorite. And she said, but I want more. I'm like, what do you mean you want more? I'm locked up in the justice. This is part. I don't understand that part. How she talking about she want more? Why you want more? Sure, you banging all last season. You sleeping with the professor, the goody two shoe professor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so now Oh no, that was a whole nother show.
Yeah,
Hold on,
that
wait a minute.
wasn't her.
That was a
'Cause
sorry.
she wasn't.
I
They
just
didn't show her
hold on,
dating
I
anybody.
just got that show mixed up with Raising Kanan.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Because they got some bad chicks in this.
Okay,
So
okay.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
So from that, that whole dynamic, that's where that family is. What else? I think Tariq has one more thing going on. What is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he's
the
trying
whole
to
little
spin
love.
the love thing. Yeah, he got the
and
love
then,
thing with
and
the.
then he's got the thing with the councilman.
Lauren is his true love interest.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, but then Lauren is upset. She's like, yo, every time we get together,
There's something
something's
that's
popping
keeping
up.
you.
But
yeah.
did you notice he was gonna use that space?
That
a place
space for his stash, yeah.
like-
Since nobody
like a
knows
Negro,
about it.
like a Negro. Listen, this is I
Like
love
she
it.
ain't gonna take nobody else.
I love. Well, she said nobody else knows.
I know.
She taking him because she is feeling this kid, right?
Right.
Meanwhile, D is feeling
D
him.
is feeling him, and he knows it. He knows it.
Yo,
He knows it.
So let's talk about the murder.
All right.
The murder investigation
Murder.
that your boy Kevin is hard on the tail. And he's a hater.
What is his thing?
He got a hater.
He's
First
got
of all,
this thing out for Carrie.
Yeah, so now apparently, let's don't leave out Mr. Rashad Tate, who is trying to run for Sweeney's seat.
Right.
And so he goes to this other big dog, Simon, and is trying to get in. Simon is like, yo, I need you to go up here and teach because a big dog black dude already died. We need another one there. So then he's using that as an opportunity to learn more about Sweeney.
Right.
Because he need to, remember the last episode, he needed some
He
dirt
needed
on
some
Sweeney.
dirt on Sweeney. Right.
So he's there. Meanwhile, he says he's I don't know if he knows who Carrie is. I don't think that, but he's really trying to get on.
Yeah, he was trying to get on. He does know that she was I think she was an investigative detective.
No, she was working in the DA's office.
Okay, that's
with Davis, Method Man's character. And you see when he came to the crib, he came to the crib like, yo, you need help. She said, well, where's your ring? Signifying that it went down.
Right.
And he's like, yo, that ain't why I'm here. You don't want my help, but you need my help. She closed the door. And then she called who? Freaky Zeke.
Who was not answering because he was being Freaky Zeke.
With the chick who they foreshadowed saying that they're gonna be after you. She is dancing. You know, she's starting to sleep with the cat, right? And then he's like, bam, bam, bam. And she's like, do you want to play for the Bulls?
Oh, yeah, she was.
And they over-exaggerated that, but it's so fitting that you would be in college and have somebody acting like that, man. So Freaky Zeke is kind of naive.
Yeah.
He's kind of naive, man. So let's talk about the three kids, right?
All right.
Dee, Drew, and Kane.
Right.
The scene where they all eating dinner at the table, and then Mary says she's back with the connect. Right? And then so sits them back to eat. And so it's like Welcome Home Kane. Right? So she is trying to be Mary J, but then talking about Diana, trying to really rock it and be Mary J's footsteps, but she wanna, now that they're gonna be with Freaky Zeke after the fact, wants to go pro, right?
Yeah.
So she wants to be literally the lady who takes accounting to be able to do that. Meanwhile, your boy, Drew, who's gay, on the DL though, right? He's texting your cat at the table, the other basketball player that he is infatuated with.
Okay.
And so that's going on. And then your boy, Kane, actually sneaks in the back door through Drew. Takes him out, show him how to shoot with the left.
Right.
Because, hey, something coming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to be out there with that dope ass.
Went down.
Not to be out there with that dope ass turtleneck that Kane was rocking.
It was super dope. I was looking like he fly as. He fly.
He got
the
black jacket he had on.
Yeah, that was dope.
But the way Mecca broke that dude's hand, he called the dude a clown. You ain't ready for this, son.
Man. That was
that
rough.
Opening scene, man, is great. Okay, so the opening scene with Kane, Kane is having some psychological discomfort. It's like 50 Cent is there, you right? Tariq and Kane, and he's like, yo, you gotta be on your big boy shit.
Right. He said it's too late to, get scared now. You already did it.
Yeah.
You here now.
Yeah, I like that. I like that opening scene. Okay, so that's basically what it is in a nutshell, you guys.
Right.
So we're gonna talk about things that stood out to you. Give me one or two things that stood out to you real quick.
The detective going so hard to get Carrie to bring her down.
Cause he used to. You remember when he went into the room? He was
together.
Like, "Yo, you done moved the couch," and he was disappointed that she's banging Freaky Zeke.
Right. But even before he knew that, he was after her. Like, he set her up with the whole identifying the body type thing.
And Tariq alley-ooped that.
Real good. I missed that.
Because they was like, is there anything, when he was talking to Tariq,
is
there anything?
They were in the room.
He's like,
actually, there is. Yeah. Right. So that's one. He's going hard for Carrie, to be this killer of the professor. And then also, I'm wondering how Dee is gonna work this whole thing that she knows about her older brother.
Yeah. Because she's
stealing
knowing.
the product, and she got it.
Yeah.
She got it already.
So here's the two things that I noticed.
Okay.
Two things that stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of Monet trying to get out and setting up a path, and she's shaking down Lorenzo.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, your boy, who is kind of weird thing that he's shaking, not shaking, he's kind of rocking with Kane.
Becca.
Yeah, who is Monet's son.
But he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's trying to find a way back to Monet.
Yeah, but he don't know that that's the connect. She don't know that he's the connect.
She doesn't know, yeah.
I peeped that out, right? That's something that stood out to me, and also that weird triangle with Tariq, Diana, Dee, and Lauren.
That was kind of weird.
Yeah, just it's growing too, because Dee is liking him, but he is liking the other one. But he is so far in the game that it seems like he likes the other one, but he don't. He likes.
Yeah, that's straight business with Dee.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Dee.
Right.
All right, something that you may have not noticed that other people may have not noticed that you noticed.
You can go first on this one.
All right, I got two things,
Okay.
right? All right, these are quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Told you I took notes.
Mm-hmm.
Monet said this to Dee about Tariq when she was like, go to college. Yo, you can't go to college. He's on a different path. Don't be trying to get up there with this kid. Having a love makes you weak. Having a partner makes you strong.
Yeah, that was a dope. That was dope. That was
Rick
one.
Ross.
No, I noticed that one, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's something I need to tell my dang on kid.
Yeah, but that was so prolific, because if you have a partner,
It's a whole thing.
it's a different thing.
And you being married,
Yes.
it's a partnership.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes. And so
It's not just about the love.
But that partner. So with me and the Queen, we're building, and we've been building.
Right.
But then I've been in love with a lot of people, but they wasn't my partner.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? And another quote. This comes from the deep discussion in the studies department,
Okay.
the ethics, right? Every good deed has selfish motives. This is all based on every good deed has selfish motives.
Yeah.
So that stood out to me, and I don't think people notice that, because even good deeds, when you're doing stuff, you still
You're doing it to feel good.
Yes. And so they talked about it, was real deep in there talking about it. So,
Yeah.
but that has something to do with the entire show. I'm just trying to figure out, but I did notice that.
So did you notice Tate distracting the Professor Carrie?
Yeah.
While Tariq took it upon himself to put his SIM card or whatever it is into her phone.
Is that? No, I didn't see that.
Now, is that what was going on when he was in the office?
No. So what I saw was he brings her out, and he brought Rashad Tate brings out Professor Malgrom, Carrie, and because they're shaking his office down, he's like, he needs his office, but it looked like an opportunity for him to be able to alley-oop now.
I'm telling you, it looked like
But they
had a discussion.
But there was no because when she went back into the office, opened the door, he walked out nervous.
Yeah.
Like he was, I don't know, it wasn't unclear. There's something with that scene, but I don't know if it's something that he did as alley-oop, but they are trying to work together.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Things. They're trying to work together.
All right, so next week's predictions. What are you expecting from next week's show?
Kane is outed.
You think Kane is gonna be outed?
I think Kane needs to be outed, and I think Mecca is gonna come it's gonna be known that he's the Connect.
Is that what you're going with?
That's what I'm going with.
All right. So I'm gonna say my prediction for next week is that, let me think. Kevin, the detective, is gonna get closer to the truth because if you notice, the guy Sachs, who's Method Man, who Davis hired, right? Just realized that there's another murder at Stansfield.
Connected to Tariq.
Yeah, and I think that the needle is going to start moving to Tariq again.
Yeah.
And we got to go through that. So that's what I'm predicting
Yeah,
that
you
is
do
going to
have to
happen
go through that.
on this next episode. That's my only prediction.
That's your only prediction?
That's only prediction.
Okay.
I think that your girl maybe
she's gonna enroll in school.
well, no, not yet. But I think maybe Professor Carey is gonna be self-destruction, and we're gonna start finding out what her problem is as she try to get back with your boy
I can see
Freaky
that.
Zeke. And Freaky Zeke is already on to the next.
Yeah.
And you see how quick she was ready to tap out on him. Like, I understand. And he felt bad.
Yeah.
But then, he's on to the next, right? And yeah, so that's my prediction. So you're
All right.
predicting, what you get predicting again?
Kane is outed.
Kane is outed. Okay, I'm gonna write you her predictions. Kane is outed.
Yeah, we gotta see.
Kane is outed. And I'm predicting I'm gonna take one of mine. What I'm predicting?
You are predicting that Tariq, the needle is moving to Tariq in this investigation.
The needle is moving to Tariq.
Yes.
All right, that's our
wine
chat today. Listen, let's give a soul clap for that. You guys can check this out on Stars. Get the app. You guys can check it out. I saw this from Jamaica.
Okay. He said I was up in the Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Jamaica, me.
So right now, you already know what it is, you guys. We are going to do the weekly playlist created by Angie.
Yeah.
This is a weekly music collection to help you get over the midweek hump. If you are listening to this and it's after winning, then guess what?
You made it.
Let's go.
All right, we are gonna start down behind the boys.
Oh, but you know about the boys.
Hey, we had the record in the house.
The boys. Listen, this was the fake New Edition.
Okay.
I said it. Come on, that sound like New Edition coming on.
It does. But they needed somebody to take their place, right?
Right. Oh, wait till the lyrics come on.
Right. You gotta have the lyrics. Please sleep at night, talking to me.
Now you know he's in Africa right now.
No.
He moved to Africa, and so this guy,
Okay.
the lead singer, right? He's in Africa. And you know they was Muslim too, by the way.
Had no idea.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, what else you got? Down
All
my
right, and we are
heart.
gonna move to our girl Mary J.
Oh, not Monet.
Yes,
Oh,
Monet.
did you hear her new joint?
No.
With DJ Khaled comes out on the 3rd. I heard it on the way back from Jamaica. It's called Amazing. It is so dope. She
Okay, I'm gonna have to
almost
check it
rapping on the joint.
What? Okay.
Shout out to Mary J. DJ Khaled, Amazing.
Yes.
Let's
this
go.
is Love No Limit.
There's no need to tell ya. As far as I can clearly recall, my love has been here for you.
The Rewind Show.
You don't have to love me at all.
I sacrifice my time.
I make sure
You're satisfied. Come on, Monet. She talking
Yes. Uh-oh.
bring. I wanna give you all my love.
to me. You know, when I hear this, I think of Mad Lion Shoot to Kill every day. Because
Really?
he redid it. He redid this and made it a reggae joint.
Okay.
Mad Lion, shout out. Hold tight.
Okay. Then we're gonna move to Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. Oh no. I got to keep on moving. Puff
Let's
Daddy.
Yo, turn me up in the headphones.
Turn me up in the headphones. Hey, turn me up in the headphones. Murder Mace, I'ma murk you. That's my Murder Mace. You ain't murking anybody. You gotta catch me with your stuff. So let's go. Let's go.
I was showing on the hot track, melt like it's hot wax. Put it out, all the stores, bet you
Puff
can shop
Daddy.
that. Leave a nigga with a hot hat, frontin' like
Bad
Featuring
boy in that
Lane.
track. Stop right there.
No guy slicker
Let's go.
than this young
Right there.
fly nigga.
Let's go.
Nickel 9 liquor,
Oh.
floss you die quicker.
Yes.
This bedtime, out of town.
Them
pop
Harlem
flipper.
cats,
Turn
man.
Chris Dallas to a crooked eye slipper.
Hey, shout out to Cameron, y'all.
Hey.
Big L.
Staff get a heat rag.
Let's go.
Anything in bad boy way.
The whole Dipset.
Right.
Your man Fabulous is from Harlem. I think he's from Harlem.
Just want me one bad chick.
All got the same vibe. They all got the same vibe.
So then we are moving to Not Tonight. Little Kim, The Brats, Missy Elliott,
Oh.
and Left Eye.
That's ladies' night.
Ladies Night. Yeah, it's called Night Tonight.
Yeah. From Little
Let's go.
Kim, the Queen Bee.
It's ladies' night, what? It must be Angie on the
Angie
mic.
Martinez.
The boy P, honey got the sugar, got the spice. Roll the L tight, keep the rhymes right. Yo, I just made this motherfucker up last night.
But
I'm the rookie on this all-star
Hey,
team. Me
hey.
and Kim is getting cream.
like that, man, Louise.
But on chrome, never leave that Brooklyn
Hold on,
shit
pick up
alone.
Lil'
So
Kim.
if you say it's on, then it's on.
Bang this in your whips.
Pack 'em cold roadie with the chips in the
Yo,
wrist.
Little Kim
Keep
used
the
to
fish
bring
hits.
it,
I dismiss
okay?
Two chicks,
Yeah.
split 6 from the 4th, 5th, make it dance. Ow! I stay focused.
The
And
littlest
dope is
thing
like a baby
walking.
with a hole
Yep.
in it. Y'all just hopeless.
The hardest.
I ain't lying. Trying to knock me
This
off.
was a
Keep trying. All the
banger.
things
It was. You can play this anywhere and
Yeah.
everybody's gonna get up and dance.
Sit down.
Set it off with the
Buck
850.
day.
Y'all missing the buck with the bump. Biggie in the trunk, in the buck to my double.
Hey, now on the chorus, you know it's Missy Elliott singing the
Yeah.
whole chorus.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all.
And I got all my sisters with me.
All clear today.
Right.
What else you got?
Oh, we got Hail Mary,
Machiavelli in this Illuminati. All through your body.
Tupac.
Blow
Listen,
12 gauge
I was a little bit of everywhere today.
Yo,
I was a little bit of everywhere today.
95, man. I was in Atlanta when this came out.
Yeah.
Do you wanna ride or die? La, 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 la.
Come with me. Hail Mary.
You said blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. What the hell?
Man.
Hold on.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting. Picture paragraphs unloaded, wise words being quoted. Beat the weakness.
What all you got?
All right, so we got Down My Heart, The Boys, Love No Limit, Mary J, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, Puff Daddy, Not Tonight, with Little Kim, The Brat, Left Eye, Angie Martinez, and Mrs. Elliott, and Hail Mary, Tupac.
Come with me. Hail Mary. All right.
We are headed to Ace's movie pick.
Ace's movie pick. You're my hand clap for that.
What you got for us, Ace Book?
All right. So listen. Tell me if you can name this, okay?
Okay.
David Jason, right? David Jason, played by Jeff Goldblum,
Okay.
is the biggest drug dealer in Los Angeles, and Russell Stevens, Larry Fishburne, he played by Larry Fishburne, is an undercover cop who wants to bring him down. Posing as a drug dealer, Steven begins to earn trust of the LA drug underworld, eventually making his way to Jason himself. But along the way, he take a deep cover to depths unknown, right? Including selling drugs and going to great lengths to eliminate potential competitors for Jason's drug cartel. This came out in April 15th, 1992. Director Bill Duke. It was $16,006 at the box office. You know what it is?
Into Deep.
Nope. You was always close. Deep cover.
I'm like, I keep hearing Deep. I know it's
cover.
one of those. Deep cover.
Guess where you can watch it at?
Where's that?
You can watch this on Hulu, Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
All right. So listen, that's our show for today.
That's our show.
We want to welcome everybody. Not welcome. We want to
Thank
say
you.
goodbye.
And
Thank
say goodbye.
Hey,
Good night.
again, we're drinking this 101 North Chardonnay that we gave a C. It's okay.
It's got a C.
Inexpensive. If you need to make a quick run, go grab it. I think
Right.
everybody should have wine like this though in the cut. For
Yeah.
those people who just what are you eating with this?
I think I'm gonna go pasta. I'm going white pasta.
I'm going cheese.
White sauce pasta.
I'm going
The first thing I thought was
appetizers,
cheese,
yeah,
but you know,
appetizers.
I've been staying off the cheese, so.
Yeah, right. Hey, Angie, thanks for rocking with me this week.
Absolutely.
Hey, don't forget to watch that Ghost.
Ghost. Yes.
Yo, episode 3 coming up.
We on episode 3, y'all.
Good, check you guys out. Y'all enjoy yourself.
What's it gonna be?
Check out the BU Podcasting community at bupodcasting.com.